Rosie, I'm going to go right over the top. I'm going to make a big, luscious chocolate cake with lots of chocolate all over the top of it.
Standard behaviour.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's going to be one of the best chocolate cakes in the entire world with double chocolate, quadruple chocolate. Now, it starts with 2 cups of self-raising flour go in there. 2 1/3 cups of caster sugar go in there.
Yep.
1 1/3 cups of cocoa in there as well.
The good stuff, lovely.
Looking good already. Baking powder, baking soda in there. And that is just the start, Rosie. I'll make a well in the centre of it like this. And to that, I'm going to pour in some vanilla. This is where we put the dry ingredients in first.
Yep.
And then we load it up with all the wet ingredients. I've got some butter goes in here as well. There's a lot of ingredients here, so if you miss it, just go to the website, Good Chef, Bad Chef, and look for Richo's Big Cake. Can I use that jug, please, Rosie?
Richo's Big Cake, is it?
The Richo's Big Cake with lots of chocolate ganache on it. We just need to measure the milk. We're going to pour in 1 1/3 cups of milk. I reckon that's up to number 1 there. Pour that in, Rosie, and we'll just whack a little bit more in there. Look at that.
I'm glad I took my digestive enzymes this morning because I'm going to need them, aren't I?
You will need every single bit of it. Now, Rosie, those 4 eggs there, I want you to crack each one of them in here as I pour this beautiful espresso coffee in here. You know this is a cake that's going to keep you awake for a long, long time. Lots of sugar in there to give you energy and alertness and physical stamina to keep you going.
Yeah.
Now, you just got to mix it around for a couple of minutes. And all the energy I'm burning out of my body to stir this around, I'll be able to replenish with plenty of chocolate cake. Oh, there we go. Doesn't take long and you've got a lovely, smooth batter. Now, Rosie, it's very important at this stage. One of the most essential things at this stage is to have a little taste of it with your chef finger taster.
Oh, that coffee little kick there is delicious. Good move.
It's a sneaky little ingredient, isn't it? Now, I've got 2 cake tins already lined with baking paper and on a tray. I find it's a lot easier to move the cake tins around if they're on a tray. A lot safer. If it does overflow a little bit, the tray catches everything and doesn't burn the bottom of your oven. Now, pour that in there. We're going to get half in each bowl. Look at that. And I'll make sure that I do save some of the mixture in the bowl so that you and I can taste it while we're waiting for this cake to cook. Even a little bit more in there, Rosie. Look at that. Looks good, doesn't it?
No wastage here, is there?
Well, there's not going to...
You're part of the waste and non-wastage movement, I fear.
There's going to be no wastage because the stuff that's left in the bowl here will be devoured. I'll grab 1 tin, Rosie, if you can grab the other. Into the oven, 165 degrees Celsius, 35 minutes to 40 minutes, and they'll be done. And now for my gooey, luscious ganache. I'm going to use some Buller thickened cream because it's great for cooking with and for whipping. I bring it up to the boil, and once it's boiled, I'll pour the chocolate into it, take it off the heat, and stir it down till it's nice and cool. And while you're doing that, Rosie, I'm going to cut my cake in half. I go all the way around. You can see I've left it on the baking paper.
Yep.
It's a lot easier to move and spin around if you've got the baking paper underneath it. And I'll take that off there like that. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Looks fantastic.
Look at that colour.
Rich, chocolatey, coffee in there. It's going to be delicious. Now, I'll just cut that into there. Now, you've got the jam over there. I like using apricot jam, and we've thinned it down a little bit with some brandy, which gives it a fantastic flavour.
I did wonder what that mystery liquid was that you gave me. So it was brandy, was it?
You need to have some brandy in there. I'll just spin that over like that, and you can see we've got the base here for a really, really nice cake. I'll grab this tray here because this is what we're going to put the chocolate onto. Pop this into the middle here. And all I need to do, Rosie, is put a little bit of jam on here, spread it around. This makes it a lovely layer in the middle. You can tell this is going to be way over the top, can't you?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
And then the next layer here, we just pick it up like that, nice and easily. Get rid of the baking paper and pop it on nice and evenly like that. And we keep doing these layers, and you keep stirring that chocolate until it's nice and gooey, and this is all set on top. A couple of minutes. It's all about waiting, isn't it?
It is.
Patience, waiting, and doing the job properly. Rosie?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Brilliant.
Nice, moist cake. We've got the apricot jam in the middle. And now it's time to cover it in chocolate.
My favourite part.
Now, I grab the ganache like this, which is just beautiful and luscious. Pour it on top.
Wow.
Look at that. Just let it go down the side.
Wow. That's ridiculous, isn't it? So you want me to spin it round? So I am being the lazy Susan.
You can spin it around again.
Lazy Rosie right here.
I just go like this around the outside. And I've let the ganache cool down a little bit. And that means it's nice and flowing and thick and doesn't go all runny and run off the side of it. Rosie, normally I would let it cool down before I move it, but we're gonna do something a little bit crazy. We're gonna hot load it or warm load the cake onto here. So slide this over here a little bit.
Okay.
And very carefully, I'm gonna put my little spatula underneath it there like that.
Richard, this is dangerous.
I'm going to get a bit of chocolate on this other finger here, bring it over here, pop it onto my cake stand like this. Oh my goodness, how does that look?
How did I ever doubt you?
I will need oxygen with this. I think the oxygen mask will drop from the ceiling as you take a bite of that. That is a gorgeous chocolate cake. It needs to set for a little bit. Garnish it up with some raspberries, strawberries, mint leaves, whatever you want, or just hack into it just like that. I think we've done a good job, don't you?